Okay, today I am starting a cup that's going to have a silver glitter base. This is silver lining. It's a silver holographic. So I have a bare stainless tumbler with just some resin on it. I'm going to torch this real quick because it is a little bit bubbly and lumpy. A lot of that's because of sanding, but I sanded this really, really well because I'm going on the bare stainless, because it really didn't need to be base coated to be this silver. So, but I sanded it really well, wiped it down with alcohol, let it dry, and applied my KS Resin Liquidy Split Ultra UV Fast Set Resin. And I am just going to get some full coverage on here. I only used about 3 mLs of resin total to coat this. So you want to use the bare minimum you can to cover the cup when you're doing the epoxy method for your glittering. And now I'm just going to try and get the bottom. And yes, I am basically dumping the entire bag of glitter on here. I have to tilt it up so I can see it. But I do believe that is pretty good coverage. So, and you'll be able to see this cup in full. I'll just leave off the very final decal until I'm done recording. So, look at that beautiful holographic silver. This is going to be for a teacher. And I just hit it with the bag down here, so I'm going to cover that back up. Oops. So, well, there you go. There's just a solid glittered. This is an awesome glitter. I had one similar that I'm out of, so I was excited to find this one in my stash because the one that was very similar that I had from AC Moore, I'm out of. I thought I had a full bottle of it that I bought when they clearanced, but if I did, I've used it or put it somewhere never to be seen again. So, but this is basically the same exact cut and color. So, I will be back. When this is dry, it's just going to get a flood coat. It's a single color. I don't need to seal it or anything. It'll get its flood coat in a couple hours, and then probably tomorrow I will come back in to decal it. Okay, this is ready to get decaled and get under the epoxy. So I have my decal cut. I hand transferred the little green over. And it has more words in black right here. But I'm going to move the black onto this with a small piece of transfer tape and then put a big piece over the whole thing. Sometimes that just works better for me for lining up than trying to line it up on a giant piece. So, but it says it takes a big heart to shape little minds. So that's that, and then it's got a name that's going on the back. So I'm just going to open up my roll of transfer tape. This is clear medium tack from 143 vinyl. They're not 651 anymore, haven't been for a while. It's my preferred transfer tape. I've been getting asked that a lot lately, so I will start mentioning it when I'm using it. Doesn't have a backer, so if you need something that has a backer, leave your backer on your vinyl big enough, or save your larger pieces of backing. I didn't burnish this very well, clearly. You need to burnish it to your transfer tape a little bit, but you don't want to over burnish it because permanent vinyl is pressure sensitive. That's what activates the adhesive. If you actually burnish it too hard to its own backer, it can end up sticking, and you'll never get it off. So I do try to be relatively light when I do that. I don't know what that was. A little piece of dried epoxy or something. Lost a heart. I'm going to double back for that. And my apple. A lot of people don't realize that that's how the vinyl works, and they'll get it stuck and then they'll panic because it won't transfer. So I'm just going to kind of line it up. And the font on here really doesn't have a true, like none of it's straight to begin with. So just gonna rub it down because this is where you do want it to stick. And I'm not sure where this decal came from either. It's one that I've been using for years, so it could have been Etsy, it could be right on Cricut Design Space. I don't know, but there's a million teacher ones out there. Don't forget I had that black on its own piece, so that's a secondary peel. There we go. So I'm going to kind of pay attention to where my sides are and flip it over. And I'm going to get the teacher's name on here. Maybe. This isn't really parchment paper I have down here. It's actually like exam table paper. My transfer tape doesn't really stick to it, but it's not always the easiest to release. So it's up to you, personal preference. I typically tend to prefer if a name's going sideways, bottom to top. When you're drinking, your name goes straight. I don't know, personal preference if you want it that way or that way. Just for me, I like it better this way. And I went with the green just because there's a lot of green flash in this glitter, and there wasn't a lot of green on the front. So, ooh, I'm gonna have to fix that, hopefully. Worst case, I'll come back in and recut the name. But I'm not going to watch you. I'm not going to make you watch me fight with this. I will be back when this is ready for epoxy, whether I've recut the name or gotten this one fixed. I'll be back. Okay, I am ready to get the epoxy on this one. It's just going to be a regular clear coat. Nothing fancy. Just remember it looks kind of dull because we sanded it prior to decals. And this is bringing the sparkle right back. Mostly why I'm showing you this step. Just see those dull spots around the name and stuff just vanish. And I am just using my KS Resin Liquid Stone. So it will be drying overnight. So yeah, beautiful, quick, easy, simple, cute teacher cup. Just trying to make sure I get the top rim pretty well. I did already sand it all down, but just like to make sure that glitter on top is smooth when it's done. So that's all I'm doing here. Alright, but that is it. I'll bring it up, you can see it a little better. Isn't that just gorgeous, that glitter? I absolutely love it. So that is all for this one.